Hi guys.
Today we thought we would talk to you about our weight loss story with keto because we call out to our email subscribers and our Facebook page to see what type of videos you wanted us to create, and quite a few people wanted to hear about our weight loss story, so
Yes.
we're talking about it even though I don't want to.
So prior to finding keto, we had tried everything.
Yeah.
It's a very common story
Yes.
to people that end up living a ketogenic lifestyle and have lost a lot of weight, is that they have their whole lives searched for something that meant that they could lose the weight and not put it back on.
Yeah, and I've been overweight I can't remember not being overweight in my life, and I feel like I've tried everything under the sun multiple times. Like,
Yeah.
how many times did I join up to Weight Watchers? For sure. We had a good crack at OptiFast, which was
I don't know
like
how we did
shakes,
that.
and we actually stuck to that for like
3
3 or
months.
4 months.
And lost a lot of weight.
We lost a lot of weight, but then what happens at the end of when you're over drinking shakes? You just start eating normal food again. So so we've had plenty of ups and downs
with our weight loss
yeah, for sure.
story. But we had a turning point.
Yes. Rock bottom, some might say.
There was definitely a rock bottom.
And luckily for us, it wasn't a particular health crisis or something, which I'm super happy about. Yeah.
So in July 2016, we did a big European tour, well, a trip, holiday, and we met up with a friend in Slovakia, and she thought that there was this awesome walk that was just to a lake in the middle of a mountain, and told us that it was easy, classed as easy within Slovakia.
We had her child in a stroller, so I'm like, okay, like, I'm not climbing a mountain, obviously. I'm morbidly obese here, but she said she was reassured, all the family and friends, this is, easy, it's a stroll, do it with a stroller, fine.
Yeah. Well,
that was my Everest.
It nearly killed us. We did it.
There was tears, there was asthma attacks.
There was plenty of stops. There was us asking every passerby how much further.
There was people overtaking us.
We were close to turning around about 500 metres in, and every 500 metres after that.
But we made it, and it was a beautiful lake and everything at the top, so I'm glad that we did. But oh my God, that was like one of the hardest things I've ever had to do.
And it wasn't just the trip either. It wasn't just that climb.
It wasn't just that. I mean, walking around on cobblestone streets in Italy, I was in just so much pain in my knees and my ankles, and it was hot, and I just didn't cope with the heat at all.
Flying.
Flying.
Long haul flights.
Trying to fit the two of us into 2 economy seats didn't want to work. Seatbelt extenders. I mean, I probably can't even remember half of it. It's so tired all the time. It was just everything was exhausting. Anyway, so we came home. I was feeling a bit defeated, and I went to the doctor just to have some standard blood tests, and my blood glucose reading was 5.6, I think,
so
which
borderline.
is just outside of the normal readings. I think the maximum is 5.5, and my doctor said she wanted me to have an oral glucose test, which I've heard all these pregnant people have to go through that. It sounds horrible. You drink all this stuff and they take your blood sugar over a period, basically to determine if you're diabetic. And that was the turning point for me, because I'm like, well, A, I don't want to have to do that test. B, I really don't want to have diabetes or pre-diabetes or anything like that. So we've got to make a change. So poor Dan came home from work, and I'm like, on Monday, because it's got to start on Monday. You can't start on...
I actually don't think we started on a Monday.
Really?
We started on a Sunday, and that makes a difference.
On Sunday, we're starting keto. And luckily for me, Dan just said, okay.
Which has been every single diet that
Every
we've
week.
done leading up to then.
We use Diet Doctor as a massive resource during that time.
Yeah.
Like when we first started, we actually signed up to their membership.
Yes.
Binge watched all the videos about low carb, high fat and keto and how good it is for your health and also for weight loss. And
Yeah.
that really helped motivate us at the beginning, I think.
What
It's hard
do you-
to remember now.
I know. So this was 2.5 years ago.
Yes, sorry, we should have led with that.
So we have now been living a ketogenic lifestyle for 2.5 years. So
Yes.
the change started 2.5 years ago,
Yes.
July 2016, when we came back from the trip.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what do you think the difference was for this diet versus all of the other diets we'd done before?
I think it was a combination
Yeah,
of
I
things.
agree.
I think it was because I was like, I don't want to have diet. Like, I mean, I hate the doctor to begin with, so I was like, I don't want to be going to the doctor regularly for this disease. I felt absolutely crap. I was tired all the time. I was in a lot of pain. I was unhappy. I probably had, undiagnosed depression. I was very anxious. There was just so many things, and it was just like, that's enough. Like, enough's enough. I need to do something. I need to stick with it. And I think what happened with keto, at the start we lost a lot of weight quickly, which was, that's
Motivating.
great for
That's very
motivation.
motivating, yeah.
You're eating like cheese and bacon,
And
yummy
so
stuff.
the food's delicious and you
Yeah.
don't feel like you're restricting.
Well, yeah, and also I noticed even before I'd lost a lot of weight, my joint pain improved so much. Like, seriously, within a week or two, I got out of bed one morning and I was like, that didn't hurt for me to like stand up out of bed, which would normally be really painful in my knees and ankles. And it's like, that's weird, because I hadn't lost enough weight for it to be
Weight bearing.
that was the problem.
Yeah.
But now I know that it was the inflammation from eating like sugar and all those carbs that had actually been inflaming my joints that was causing the pain more so than the weight bearing. So seeing those results so quickly, I think motivated
Yes.
us. And then I had the motivation that I didn't want to.
And we'd gotten to a point like 3 months in where it had stuck, like it was,
Yes.
it had stuck.
Yeah.
Another thing that was different to all of the other times for me was we were not around family.
Yes.
We had
We
moved to
recently
Melbourne.
moved, yeah.
So we didn't have family events, come over for dinner. We
Yeah.
could literally just
We were able
focus
to,
down.
not eat out if we didn't want to. We could
Yeah.
really, really just focus in for that first initial period, which
And I
really
feel like
helped
part
us.
of that
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
made a difference as well. And by the time we had family events happen, which was about 3 months in, we were really confident to say what we were eating.
And we'd lost a bit of weight, so people were
Yes.
they were like, oh, okay, if it's working for you, like
Yeah.
that kind of thing. It wasn't that they were questioning what we were eating. They were like, well, you look good, so,
Yeah.
we'll just see what happens. So that was definitely in our favour. We didn't have people questioning, what we're doing, because obviously it seems crazy to people who have that
Yeah, they
low
think
fat
it's
dogma.
mental.
Yeah.
But what other changes, non-scale changes, did you notice throughout the time?
Oh gosh, there's so many. Honestly, I was
Sleep.
sleeping better. Like, I was not sleeping, and I think I probably had sleep apnea that was undiagnosed because I wasn't sleeping at all. I was snoring.
Yeah.
Don't snore anymore. Go to bed, sleep, get up. Like, how awesome is that? I was like,
There was a point where Erica was sleeping on the couch.
because I just wasn't sleeping. What other things? Yeah, the joint pain, just the more energy, clear head, just feeling, happier, more focused. Yeah, the mental clarity. What
Blood
about
pressure?
you? Oh, yeah, my blood pressure went right down. Now I've come off. I was on, I think, up to 3 medications at one time. Now I'm not taking any. I didn't go and get the oral blood glucose test, but I went back about 6 months later and my blood sugar was fine. So my doctor
and
was
our blood
happy.
sugars are good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so improvements in all of that. My doctor was like, whatever, just keep doing what you're doing. I'm happy for you to keep losing weight. What other non-scale things?
For me, my periods improved.
Yeah, both of us, much
they're
more regular.
and they're nowhere near as heavy as they used to be. They are just normal.
Mm-hmm.
They feel normal now. I wanted to get back to exercising, and I moved into doing some CrossFit about 18 months ago. So I would never have done that at the starting weight, but I feel really good and I love doing it. And so exercising was a big part of my life when I was a kid and a teenager. I played a lot of soccer, and I got to a point where I couldn't do any of that anymore, and I just stopped. So I like that I'm back doing some exercise, and in a group situation, I enjoy that too.
Yeah. And I guess, all the other things that come with it. So like buying clothes in a regular store, and that was for me, not using a seatbelt extender, being comfortable on a plane, or not comfortable, but not uncomfortable.
Yeah. So this might be a good point to mention, if you haven't heard of us before or know our story. Between us, we've lost 95 kilos, which is over 200 pounds. So that is no longer between us when we're sitting on a plane.
It's like an extra person, right?
It is so much more comfortable.
An extra, like, overweight person.
Yeah. It's so much more comfortable to sit on a plane without that extra weight between us now.
Yes.
So that is pretty much our story. We now live a ketogenic lifestyle, and it really is, I can't see us ever changing that.
Anytime we slightly deviate, like we just had Christmas,
look, we haven't
and New
been
Year's.
100% keto 100% of the time.
No,
We'll
we're definitely
own
not
that.
those people. At Christmas and New Year's has just been, we kind of,
Things get
indulged a
relaxed.
bit more than we should have.
Yeah.
But we're just like, I can't wait just to get back to normal keto, because I know that I feel great.
That's the flip.
Yeah.
Keto feels normal.
Yes.
Eating the other way feels weird.
Yes.
That's the flip.
Yeah.
I think.
And like, we're so happy that we've come to that place, because we know that keto is just a normal for us now, and we've integrated it into our life in so many ways.
It is just our life.
Yeah.
Not all of our friends, but we have made friends through keto.
Yes.
We've developed a community through keto.
Yeah.
We travel through keto.
Yeah.
Like, everything that we do now comes from a sphere of keto.
Yeah, for sure. So we're super happy that Sunday, apparently, I'm sure it was a Monday.
It was a Sunday.
In July 2016, I'm like, damn, we're starting keto tomorrow. And
it was like 4 days before our anniversary. I think it was the 12th of July 2016. So if anyone wants to correct our date, feel free and comment down the bottom.
It had to be a Monday. Who starts a diet on a Sunday?
It's got to be a Sunday.
Anyway, thank you so much for watching. We hope that you found this useful. And I hope it motivates you to give keto a go, because it's awesome and we love it.
And we're just normal people.
Exactly.
That have done it.
That's right. Like, don't think that there's anything special, or we have any super, control
don't.
powers of control or anything, because we don't. And we slip up all the time, but we just keep on going. So yeah, thanks so much for watching. We would love for you to like this video. Leave us a comment below on your, if you've had success with keto,
Tell
or
us
if
your
you're thinking
story.
of getting started. We would love to know about it. Definitely subscribe to our channel for loads more videos about keto. We've got plenty coming up, which is going to be us traveling on keto recipes, and just other useful information. So thanks again.
Bye.